What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of CanvasKiller Critiques. I'm Canvas, and today we're talking about a young artist that I met while I was out vending um, during like the fall, you know what I'm saying, of 2021. And yeah, this young lady, um, a very sweet artist, and had supported and purchased like an 8x10 piece. And so of course I had to ask her, was she an artist? And she was like, yeah, I'm an artist, blah blah blah. Very modest, as shout out to artists. Artists are so modest at times. And so she showed me her work, and I genuinely became a supporter, a fan, if you will, of her work and her aesthetic. And so I want to share that with you all today. And the piece that we are going to look at is from the year 2018, 2019, and it's called Beloved. All right, so let's keep that title in mind. The artist is Siena Ward. Yeah. All right, so first off, the portraiture is fire. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see. Yeah, this the use of what I'm assuming is charcoal, and the the white shading and the highlights. It's very simplistic and very well done. Over if you all have recognized at this point. Oh, boom. Light is back. That the charcoal drawing is done, or the whole thing rather, is done over newspaper. Which, yeah, like that makes me really enjoy this piece because it makes it it adds a very mundane element to it. Like when I think about a newspaper, I think about something that is common, right? It's commonplace. It's highly concentrated. Pretty much everywhere you go, you'll find newspaper. And newspaper also gives me a certain setting. Like it gives me a setting when I think about it, whether that is at a diner, right, with someone reading it, whether that is at someone's home on their kitchen table or on their coffee table, whether that is at a newsstand. So, along with me thinking about it, it puts me in these places, and I enjoy that the imagery that she's painted over top of the newspaper is not an image that um, is foreign to where my mind takes me when I hear newspaper. And yeah, this definitely, just by the kind of the glow of these lights, which are done really well, yo. Like it looks like newspaper. I mean, not newspaper, wallpaper. The way this pattern is here, and yeah, I really enjoy even the colors that are used with the lampshade going out into the the bright yellow to muted yellow and white that make the the light that's underneath the lampshade. These colors here remind me of an egg, of a boiled egg. And the fact that they're sitting at what is presumably a diner or a restaurant or a cafe, that further accentuates this aesthetic and where it is alongside the newspaper. It definitely gives a very like home or familiar like feel, as I'm looking at it, which is precious because the name of the painting again is Beloved. So sitting across from someone that is dear to you, somebody that you love, and creating them out of an aesthetic that very much shows humanness. All right, because in using newspaper as a material, it is very thin for one, and so when you're applying it to the surface of a canvas or a board. Not certain what's behind this newspaper, though you have to really be mindful as to the amount of saturation that you bring the paper to with either the paint or water, or a paste, so you have to be mindful as to how you're applying it with the brush or whatever tool that you're using to get it down, so that you're not ripping such a thin material. And I enjoy knowing what something is made out of, um, in conjunction with what's being represented in the portrait, you know what I'm saying, or in the image. In this case, again, it's someone who's loved, and they're placed on something that's really delicate, and there's a lot of attention to detail in creating the forms and the shapes that are really putting us in the setting that the artist has created. Yeah, it's really, really cool color transitions, right? Like from the, let's see, kind of like muddled cream that's representing the walls, and especially further in the background of these walls, where you see these kind of like ash arcs that are in the back. That's a really nice way to accentuate these sections of lights that are trailing this wall as they're going back. And then you come down to see at this midway level of the wall, if you will, that the color changes to this really deep crimson or reddish burgundy that accentuates the olive in his jacket, and then also a similar tone as from the back wall, represented in this newspaper to charcoal coloration that's in the hands and the face. And yeah, it does a great job of using its muted colors really well, and then the vibrancy is more so highlighted with the charcoal, um, which is really enjoyable, yo. I also really dig the yin yang inside of his plate. Really suggesting that he's finding balance with whatever it is that he's eating. Yeah, there's a lot of suggested care that is put into this piece, and it it has a lot of very nice subtleties, in the subtleties of the warmth represented by the warm colors that emanates from each of these lamps, and that being set over top of these cool colors. So it's insinuating temperature of the room. It's insinuating time of day. Um, yeah, this is a very, very well done piece. So yes, I'm going to include Siena's Instagram, so you can go and check out her work. Um, yeah, a lot of beautiful pieces, a lot of very well used color and values. I enjoy even the detail on the corner of this wall piece here where the red is, how there's what just looks like these hatching of black lines that are creating darker values as you go to the furthest corner of this wall. Yeah, some great things done here. So yes, thank you for tuning in. This is CanvasKiller Critiques, talking Siena Ward art. Thank you, Siena, for all it is that you do, for what it is that you contribute to the art world. And we look forward to seeing more of your art. Thank you all for tuning in. This is CanvasKiller Critiques. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.